possible. Better is possible. We're loose and Flint. We're loose and Flint. Loose voltage. Flint hatchet. Better is possible.
Yo, what's happening?
Bro, you want to see me freestyle?
Nah, what's happening? What's
I'm
happening?
about to go.
Don't
Hey,
do-
what's going on, y'all? This is Better as Possible podcast. Flint Hatchet here.
Loose voltage, voice of love, truth, and good energy here.
You heard it, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
and this
Season
is-
2.
This is the Better as Possible podcast, man.
Woo! Woo! I feel good, man.
Hey, bro, you heard me about freestyle, bro. I really about to go on. You know?
Yeah. You look lit. That what she said.
Momo, come on, bro. Yeah, come on, now. How you doing? How you doing, Momo? Man, thank you for tuning in, though. We appreciate the love. This is the Better as Possible podcast, season 2. We got a special guest tonight.
Yeah, Dean Chambers
Tonight.
is gonna hop on, talk to us, let us know about all his new ventures.
True.
He is. If you, I'm
We
waiting
gonna
to
let him-
introduce him, but
We
he is
got
like
guests
a
now, bro.
world class photographer.
Bro, we got guests now.
Yeah, man.
Better
this
as
is-
Possible, we got guests now.
That's big.
It was all a dream. I used to read
Oh,
Word
this
Up
nigga.
magazine. Now we up in here with BIP. Hey,
Hey,
you heard me?
come on,
Yeah.
man. Talk about it, man.
I don't want that.
Dang, then you crossed the leg.
Yeah. But yes. What's up? What's up, Luce? What you got going, bro?
Miami Dean just joined. What's up, bro?
What's up,
What's
bro?
happening?
What's
bro,
up?
call in when you ready, bro. Request to join, and we are gonna let you in, man. And we gonna get this started.
Man, we got an interview with Dean.
I know, bro.
Dean, man, that's big, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the love and support, bro. We appreciate you.
Definitely.
One thing about season 2, we are doing our best to have interviews at the end of each month with professionals, with entrepreneurs, with if you out here grinding and doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you want us to, reach out to us. Hit the DMs, man. We want you on the show.
Definitely.
Because at the end of the day, man, it's all about being better. So if you helping make the world a better place, we want to talk to you.
You know,
Dean Chambers.
it's about the conversation, really.
It's
You
really
know what I
about
mean?
the
Like,
conversation.
if everybody got they skills that they are good at, you know what I'm saying, their expertise. So, you know what I mean? A way to just start that conversation or introduce us to your businesses, or if you do taxes, if you got knowledge on Bitcoin, like anything that you do, hey, for real, bro,
Yeah.
like anything that you do, like put us on game. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying? Just that conversation.
It is. Knowledge is power for sure.
Oh, he went deep.
But your network is your net worth, plain and simple. So if you're going to jump out here, like I said, you got a business, you have some knowledge on something. I know, Momo, you do mental health. Definitely. If you got some tips and tricks, definitely we would love to have you on the pod. Anybody else who has a professional business or is doing something in their communities, we want to touch base with you. So
Right.
you want to be a part of the Better as Possible podcast, hit the DMs and let's schedule something, all right?
Yes, sir.
Dean Chambers, I think you ready.
I don't think Dean know how to do it. So
We're
I'm
going to
just-
request him.
Angie, what's popping?
What's pop? Room there, room
Room
up. Man, how they go, boy? All right, Luce, I'm going to be... Boy, my boy Dean in the building.
Dean, how the hell you make your background like that?
That joint kind of player, bro.
Hold on, wait.
I'll just be better. You do that? You do that better?
Wait, how the hell you did that? Hold on, wait.
That man's so cool, though. He's like, I just do what I do with the blue. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Is
No, man.
that a green screen or what? Like, what am I looking at?
Bro,
What is
that's
that?
all the secret, bro. Come on, let that man sauce.
It's not
Is it light?
a secret, man. If anybody know me, I see a couple of people that I rock with heavy on this chat already. Look, we got 4 views, but all 4 views, I mess with everybody. But it's crazy that y'all asked that. So I just taught a lesson to all the professors in the mass comm department at Savannah State on how to do backgrounds, just because they were like, man, this shit fine. It was like, but it's really nothing. Honestly, anybody could do that, man, for real. It's about just, researching a lot. And obviously, as a photographer, I do the background drawing, you feel me? So I just be doing clothes.
Nah, come on, man.
We got
I
to
just
talk. We
want to
offline.
I just want to point out a key thing that he just told us, which
Some
was I teach professors. Who the fuck?
He did it real smooth. Like, and I'm appreciative of how you drop that knowledge. I don't teach students.
No.
I
Man,
teach professionals to teach their students how to do what I do.
Right.
Hey, no.
Hey, bro, you a smooth criminal, bro.
Nah, come on, man.
Nah,
Hey,
I'm chilling, man.
Dean, man, thank
So
you again
Dean-
for jumping on here.
Yes, man.
Go ahead.
Dean, okay, so we know you because you went to Savannah State with us, Savannah State University. I met you because you are artistic. So not autistic, artistic.
This man.
When I met him, bro would dance from one side of the room
He would.
to the other side of the room. And I was
Still
just
got
like,
it.
yo,
Still
okay.
got
I
it.
was like,
He was in the dance.
and bro, he was like the leader. So I was like, okay, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Like pure talent. Because he was doing stuff that I was just like, I don't even know how you.
He was really doing stuff that was on the. What was that dance show on MTV?
Yeah.
He was doing that before he even came
the
out.
Jabberwockies.
He was a Jabberwocky.
With
He
the
was
mask.
a Jabberwocky.
He was Jabberwocky before the Jabberwockies.
Come on now, talk to him.
Basically. You know what I'm saying? So it was pure talent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got a homeboy, Dez, who taught me how to do Photoshop. And now, if I could, I don't know if this is right, but I feel like, and Dez is a genius.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that Dean may have taught Dez or introduced him to that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Dez is like my little protege, but honestly, you know, it's that moment when the protege surpasses the master. You feel me? Like people don't understand it. Like, man, for me, it's all about like helping people like me get to be better. You know what I'm saying? Better as possible. A little subliminal right there. You feel me? Like, but it's all about that for me. So like, yeah, Dez, man, you know, anybody who's eager to like do better or try to do better for themselves, I'm with the energy. I'm all in. Shout out to Luce, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to and the ball you gotta give him the ball you feel me? Like,
hey, come on, bro, let's talk about it.
Hey, so Dean, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. I know, like Luce said, we know you from Savannah State, but let the world know, let the family know who you are, what you do, and how's it going down in Miami, man? All
right, yeah, I'm gonna do that, man. But first, I got to give a shout out to Ryan. You know, I rock with you heavy. You know, we really probably never really talked as probably much as we should have, but like, but definitely Luce, man. Hey, shout out to all the music, everything that you've been doing, man. Got to give the flowers while you alive. You feel me? And then every album that I can support, you know, I support. I'll be the first one. Buy iTunes, buy support that. I want to give a shout out to first off, Voltage is a dope name, and I'm gonna circle back to this later on. But I've been known as the catalyst, right? Like I have a group of friends that we talk to, people that I interact with, and like they call me the catalyst because I meet your energy. If you negative, I'm like, I'll try not to do it, but sometimes I'll match you. You feel me? And then like, but if you on some positive stuff, you know what I'm saying? I like to propel that. And for my community, that's a number one thing that I love to do is like when people have that good energy, they got good vibes, like anything I can do to help them, I'm gonna try to propel them up and more. And I'm gonna keep them accountable for what they say that they want to do and hold them up, uplift them, hold them high to those standards and ideals, right? And you said DeCiano, which is funny though, but like DeCiano is the second person, like especially from Savannah State. And a lot of people don't understand this. Like Savannah State has the most impeccable talent. Like I just feel like we should have the resources. We should have this kind of stuff like the podcast that you guys are doing, that we can actually talk and uplift our brothers and sisters. You feel me? Especially just to do better, bring awareness to mental health and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's a real thing. All three of us have probably went through something. You feel me? If not, you know, we don't talk about it, but like it's important to talk about it. You feel me?
Yes,
so, like,
very much.
I love that too, man. And that's part of my goal and my mission. I know you probably want to ask me that, how I get started and all this other, you know. But that's it, man. It's like you have to have that foundation, man. You have to have that struggle too to understand how important life is. You feel me? And you have to have something to live for. You feel me? You have to have something to achieve and be better for. So, like, yeah, it's all of that mixed in, man. I just want to give y'all flowers, like I said, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
That's big.
Be respected, bro. Like,
that's big,
man. It's an honor to have you on the podcast with us, man. Like, we've known you from college. We've seen you do your thing, and to see us as, I mean, we was kids then. We didn't know much about life. You know what I mean?
I was a kid too.
Wow, you know what I'm saying? and to see us on a whole nother level and still connecting and still doing great things in the communities. That's the big blessing. So, Dean, once again, man, we appreciate you. Dean, where are you originally from, man? Where are you originally from? Give us a background, man.
So I'm a little bit of a black boy, white boy, right? So I was born in Kentucky.
Come on, Travis Porter.
What? Born in Kentucky, raised in Atlanta. You feel me? And then came down to Savannah to go to college, right? Never thought I'd go there. You know, I wasn't smart. You know what I mean? C-average student. You feel me? So like regular guy. You know, but I just worked hard. You know, my parents taught me like, you know, when they was around like that. My mom's always been around with my dad, you know, taught me just to work hard. And, you know, if you work hard, you're going to achieve everything, which was a lie. You feel me? Sometimes you got to outsmart the people who got you working hard. You feel me? Like,
come on. Hey, boy, get out that pulpit.
Hey.
Get out that pulpit, Dean. Come on, man.
Like, don't be an employee, but, you know, I had to go through it. You know, I call that season of my life, you know, training for what was destined for me to do. And where I'm at in my life right now, you feel me? Like I had to go through that struggle. I had to fail often. Shout out to DeCiano. Fall forward. You feel me? Yeah. But I'm gonna do a little twist on that. Not just to fall forward and to you know, follow in your face because you can see where you're going, but also to fall fast enough, right? To make sure that you learn those lessons faster because we are already behind, so we got to catch up and learn faster than most people are when they just born with it. They understand that they got families going to tell them, put them on, whatever the case may be. We just got to figure it out. And I had to fumble through a lot of life, which is where I'm at right now. I fumbled through a lot. I learned a lot. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm giving back so much, why I do everything is really to teach the younger me what I didn't know when I was young.
Boy, that's dope.
Wow.
That's dope.
I never heard it put like that.
No.
That's
the younger
yeah,
me.
teach the younger me.
That's what we all want, right?
Nah, that's it. Yeah.
Very much so.
What if I knew when I knew then, back then when I knew, but now you know, you feel me? Like, and
so you gotta give it back.
How did you end up in Miami?
all right, so Savannah was cool. We was in Savannah. We went to Savannah State. You know, obviously I started doing the photos, the graphics, and all that good stuff when I was back at State. I started working at Savannah State full time. You know, it was my first out of college job, right? And it was an accident, man. Like I had so many people surrounding me that believed in me more than I believed in myself. You know, you gotta understand. Like I wanted to probably go to SCAD or whatever, which is a very big, for the people who don't know, a very big art school or whatever the case may be. And I wanted to go there. I didn't have the money. I didn't have the resources, so I couldn't go there. And I said, well, I'll go to Savannah State, transfer into SCAD or whatever the case may be. Fell in love with Savannah State. Fell in love with y'all, man. Luz, I don't even know if you remember. We did that magazine cover. Remember that cover for the magazine we did? We did the photo shoot. It was Bray Boy. It was
Yeah.
It was a whole bunch of stuff, man. And
I drank a lot in college.
he's like, I don't remember none of that. So yeah, man, it was all that, man. We did a lot of stuff.
Said magazine cover.
He was like, for real? Bro, that was when AMI was like doing their thing. Boy, we went to like, we were traveling, doing like all kinds of stuff, man. We were doing freestyle sessions. It was crazy,
bro.
Like
Luce used to be able to be like, point out a shoe, point out a light. He'll put it together. I'm like, who is this rapping nigga? Like, who is this?
Yo, I was there for a couple of them recordings. It was amazing, man. And so, like, seeing that kind of thing, like, you know, I knew I didn't know anything but like photos or whatever. So like that was kind of like the thing that kind of led me into where I got. When I got to Savannah State, I realized like there was a culture there that I didn't have elsewhere. I was from Kentucky. I grew, you know, I kind of went to high school or whatever in Atlanta for a few years or whatever. But like, you know, it felt good to be in Atlanta. But then I found like a lot of friends that I could rely on that were on the same wavelength. Shout out to loose wave path voltage that I am on. And then I just surrounded myself with that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of some other stuff that I'm going to bring up later. So just hang on to that. But yeah, surround yourself with people who are like-minded, who have the vision and the voltage to amplify the stuff that you're in.
Right.
That's dope, man.
So was photography always a passion, or you developed that at Savannah State and just took off with it?
So in high school, I was good at art, which got me into computers, which got me into Adobe. I didn't know what I was doing. I was fumbling through life like everybody else, right? So I was like, let me tinker around with this shit. But I was good. People kept saying, you might be good at this. This is graphic design, though, not photography, right? Because I didn't know about photography. That's like photography in general is a white man's industry. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth, right? So, like, I knew about it, but I didn't know you could make money on it. In my mind, that was art. And everybody that told me if you want to be successful in life, you got to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever the case may be. You're going to be an artist. You going to end up at $32,000 a year. You're going to be broke. You feel me?
Right.
I was like, okay. No one ever told me you could make 6 figures or more on photography or graphic design or whatever the case may be. And so, like, I was following.
Is that what you was doing in Miami when you graduated Savannah State and moved to Miami? You went to Miami to do photography, graphics.
Check clear, bro. I went to Miami to do advertising and pretty much I'm technically, I haven't talked about it, but look, I'm Dean. I'm an international award-winning graphic designer and photographer, currently serving as a creative director for the city of Miami, right, which is located right here on South Beach. So I have a team of photographers now that work for me. You feel me? I do creative direction is my job. Manager level, obviously not director, but the director's the only one above me. You feel me? And I have a team of about 4 or 5 people. We downsized because of COVID, obviously, which was terrible. It's always horrible to like fire people or whatever the case may be, and that's what I do, man. I do advertisement, man. I do anything graphics, anything visual, video, TV, web, you name it, I do it.
That's amazing, man.
Hey, man, at Savannah State, they have a saying, and we all live by it. We all live by it. And you can get anywhere from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to hear you just talk, really, yeah. That's a big blessing, bro. We proud of you, man.
I wasn't
I
wasn't always there. And we talked about that mental health earlier. There were moments where I believed what everybody told me about myself. You feel me? I believed it. It was that they told me I would never be better than what I'm doing right now. I feel like that's been a reoccurring moment statement in my life. It's like people always say that they know what my destiny is before I even knew what it was.
Right.
And I'm like, how y'all know what I'm destined to do?
Right.
I obviously, the reason why I wanted to jump on this, the title of your podcast is actually perfect. If I could borrow that, steal it, I would, right? If I wasn't but it's so great because if you believe that you can become more or do better, it is possible. You just got to believe it.
Come on, baby. Come on, man.
Hey, man, I'm just hey, look, I ain't trying to gas y'all. Nothing. Hey, look, this is facts, man. But at the end of the day, if you believe in it, and I believe in that unstoppable mentality at this point in my life, because I failed so many times, and everybody said you couldn't do it, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna do it. Who? What? No, I don't stop. And then I've seen so many of my friends who stop, and I'm like, y'all have more talent than me. I'm regular. I'm an average guy. Just didn't stop. You guys are immaculate, can do anything. I wish I could rap. I wish I could sing. I wish I could do all this shit. I can't do none of that, but
you can dance your ass off. I know that,
bro. I'll be a fan, bro. I'll be over here wigging out. Man, this shit is what? But I can't do it, But and that's what I want to encourage to the people who just are okay, but they have a passion. Find your passion. Use your God-given talents. Create your wealth and your success.
Man, that's huge, man. So, okay. So you mentioned success. What exactly would you say success is? You know what I mean? Of course, we could say it's the monetary value and money and, you know what I'm saying, that. But is it deeper than just wealth?
I think it's I like our title, man, better as possible. I think it's the pursuit of trying to be better, right? That's what success from a simple standpoint is, right? You can do more, so you do it, right? And then you keep reinventing, trying to be better at the things that you did. Okay, so you couldn't ride a bike, now you ride a bike. Now you ride a motorcycle, and now you do this. Or you couldn't write music, and now you spend the time putting into practice, believe in God, obviously, and then you start to write music, and then all of a sudden, these things kind of roll into it. And then you always look back to figure out how you can do better at that thing that you did until it becomes the next level, right? You level up, and that's success from like a general standpoint. If I had to define success for me, it would be about more of the legacy, right? So and this goes back to my core values, right? And you know how I'm very like spiritual, religious. Like I look at core value, right? My core in me is okay. Let me tell a story. I'm sorry, a quick story. I like to talk. My bad, yo.
Nah, talk, man.
I
Talk
asked
away.
my family, I asked my immediate family and close friends, what would you, when I die, it was a tough question because we don't talk about death in the Black community. If I die, when I die, how would you remember me as? Like, what would you say are the biggest key, like, points, bullets that you will remember me, Dean Chambers, what was I? Was I the guy that did what? And they were like, you know, Dean, you were a good spirit, you know, you had fun, you was the life of the party, made jokes, you were always determined. And I'm like, cool. But then I had to match that with what my ideals about where I wanted to go in my life and how I wanted to be portrayed as after I leave this earth, right? Because, you know, sometimes we think that we are doing something but then people say, well, I don't see you like that. So here's about being intentional about things you do in your life, right? So I said, man, all right, that's cool. I like that. But if I want to be known for saving lives, guess what I got to go out there and do and be intentional about? Saving lives.
You gotta save a life.
If you want to be a guy that is a pet lover that loves dogs and puppies and shit, you want to be, you know, and my mission and when I die, they say he loves his animals, not then I need to do that so that people.
Yeah, you better pet a giraffe.
So you better do, you know what I mean? And I realized, like, I want to say a year or 2 years ago when I was going through all my stuff, I said, man, you know what? I need to be more intentional about how to help people be better about who they are, right? Mm-hmm. And so what I did was, that's when the book idea came along. That's when a lot of stuff came along where I started to realize I need to, when I'm gone, how am I going to pass this message unless I have a podcast or I talk to people and the people who know me, but how can I really give this message to not just me, but then give it to everybody that I know in order to help them succeed after I'm gone. So for me, success is my legacy that I leave. So a lot of people will say, you know, success is money and all that shit. I got money, all that, but it all comes after the core value of yourself. It's like, what is your success? How do you define that? Which is what I talk about in the book.
Mm-hmm. So a couple months ago, me and you had a talk, and you basically was like, yeah, man, I had this 6-figure paying job, man, and I left it. And you know what I'm saying? And just could you speak on that of just like I ain't even mean it, my bad if I put you out there like that.
I'm an open book. I ain't got nothing to hide.
But you know what? So Dean smiled when you said it. He was like, you know, we're gonna talk about.
My bad if I put it out there, but just speaking on this, like, yo, like money. We always hear money doesn't make you happy or money isn't happy.
Oh, it makes me happy. Trust, money makes me happy.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
He said, don't get it wrong. Don't get
it twisted. Right.
But it doesn't define me.
Nice.
Like, I'm gonna make it to live and to provide for others, but that's you're okay. So let's talk about it. All right. So the core of me is not about the money. The money isn't the thing. That helps me do my core mission. My core mission is to help others. So like, I make the money to help others. Let's get that. Like that's right. If it was just about me and about buying a fucking Maserati, nigga, like I'd be living in a fucking mansion right now and not putting that shit in the, like, I wouldn't be investing my money the way I am, doing nonprofits, doing fucking LLCs and doing all this stuff to kind of help other people. And definitely not teaching as a university professor, but I would be doing something else, right? Doing whatever. So like, that's it. You got to find that core principle first, and then it's going to propel. So yes, I was at a job. I'm still at the job, believe it or not. And you know, things happen. You know, but when you have an energy and people see it, they got to respect it. And also, you have to defend yourself. You have to. Anyways, so let's get to the bottom of this. What happened was I was at a job, and you know, in my life, I've always been taught to work hard. And when you work hard, everything is going to work out. You're going to be successful because you put in the work. Especially Black folks, right? Education, you do this, get a degree, go find a good job, go find a good company to work for, and everything's going to be peach cream. All right, so I got into this job, right, and it was very political. I'll say that. And the political job told me pretty much like, we don't want you here because we just don't want you here. We don't like you. And like obviously it's a difference between like racism, right? Because racism is really like you're black, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So it's subliminal racism, I guess you could say, but it's like we don't want you here, we don't like you as a person. Or we want to move in a different direction. But when you do everything right, now you're doing everything right. Now I'm not talking about like you're like the guy who shows up late, you're the guy who doesn't perform, right? I was the best. Well, I mean, we have
Talk your stuff.
I don't want to talk shit. I don't.
You on the Better Responsible podcast.
I really don't like it.
Let them know.
But because of who I am, I make sure that I put in evaluations. I make sure I monitor. I make sure I document. I make sure I do everything. I justify why you should bring me in to bring results, right? And I don't believe in, like I said, I'm a hard worker. I'm the hardest working person probably you'll know. I don't like to talk about it. I like to do it, right? And help others. And I do that for any creed, race, sex, it doesn't matter. But like when you do all of that and then someone says, well, we just don't like who you are. And it's like, well, damn. And then you start to realize like you put your life and your livelihood in the hands of someone else. You feel me? And it's like, even when they tell you to do a certain thing, be a good nigga, go work it for them and do that and smile every day. And when you do everything they ask you to do and it doesn't work, then what do you do? And so that's when I started to really change the mindset and become financially free, mentally free of the rat race and about corporate America, not because of any other thing except for like, I know now that I never want to have someone else's hands on my destiny, especially when they don't see the vision that I see for myself.
You are preaching like it's like you telling our story, which is like amazing. It's like, damn, everybody has to go through that journey or that, you know what I'm saying, that thing. I don't want to speak on Flint, but Flint had the same politics and boom, situation. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I've been in that same boat where my boss just was like, nah, you're good at what you're doing, but I do not. And she literally told me, like, I will not vouch for you. I don't know you that well to vouch for you. My boss told me that.
Man.
So it was like,
it's something. It's something.
like, yo, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And the feeling I had when I told her, like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make this move, boom, boom, boom. And now I don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? They called her. So I transferred to a higher position. Mm-hmm. And so the new manager called her and was like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. I just want to know what you think about him, but just to get a reference. And so she basically was just like, I can't believe I can't believe you're leaving. Usually you would have you're supposed to tell me that you're doing this before you do it. I was like, man, you just told me.
Hey Karen, stop playing with me.
I was like, but that was such a rewarding feeling to know, like, okay, like I don't need your help.
Yeah.
Man, cool. Bro, mine went a little different. But I used to tell Luce all the time, I was like, bro, these politics here is bad. I had just moved from Charleston, South Carolina to Greenville. My daughter's in Charlotte, so I was moving a little bit closer to her. But I was a part of one of the best implementation teams in the state of South Carolina, right? So I was highly recommended to go to Greenville. So it was like, hey, he ain't been in Greenville long, but I was getting to the money.
Right.
And my supervisor had been there for 14 years, and I was making about the same amount of money as her. She didn't like it.
It's different.
Right? She was like, bro, I'm telling this man what to do. He just came in. He ain't even here for a year. And, I mean, they came in with a certain number. I was working there for like 2 weeks, and then I talked to the CEO, and I was like, hey, I want some more money. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up? But the only thing that hurt me, dog, their ways, it's old school ways. Oh. She had to sign off on my raise. So she knew how much money he had agreed to give me. Yikes. So right after she signed those papers, bro, it went downhill from there, right? So that's when politics started coming into play. everything she's saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, come on, bro, stop playing with me.
So that's
right?
why I was at. I believed it. When I thought, oh, I'm not worth this money, I'm not worth these things, and you start to believe that, that's where
bro, you're gonna be where they want you. You're gonna be exactly where they want you. Okay, he's not worth that much. So he's gonna stay right here, just where we want him. We won't have to pay him that much money, blah, blah, blah.
But I just want to know,
You know
like,
what
where do they get the idea where a person can think that I can tell you what you can or cannot do or make?
In my position, she had been there for like I said, for 14
But
years.
what I'm saying is
so she was like, bro,
that's just such a hater mentality. It's just a hater mentality. I seen this clip where a dude moved into a house, right?
Yeah.
Moved into a house for $16. He was like,
oh, I saw that shit.
Just sit in the house.
He's quiet,
right?
I
saw it.
And the neighbors was hating,
He's
like we paid $300,000.
We paid, so he gotta pay.
Hey, bro. If he only paid $16, I'm gonna be pissed off too, bro. Like,
I feel like,
but that ain't none of your business. That's what I'm saying.
if I'm seeing this man just
business,
he ain't moved no furniture, no nothing. He just sitting in the living room with an air
lawn chair.
Stop playing with me.
he was like,
You know what I'm saying? I'm probably not gonna pick on him, but I'm like, hey, bro, hey, music loud over there. I'm like, come on, hey, bro. What you doing over there? God, no, it must be a party. You know?
They some haters, man.
But you have people that intentionally hate on you. You have people that, like, that's life in general. Like, people aren't gonna like you just because of who you are. Maybe the color of your skin, maybe the way you talk, maybe the way how confident you are in yourself. And most of the time, that is them. Like, what is the word when they're
projecting?
Exactly, they're projecting their negativities, their insecurities on you. You know, they're trying to feed off it, and then they want you to be in the same box as them.
Right.
I'm not built to be in that box.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I was designed. God blessed me to be something better than that. You know what I'm saying? So all your insecurities, all that negative vibe that you're sending my way, bro, it's not for me, bro. I got it. I'm like a duck with some water on his back, bro. Stop playing. You know, and you keep on going. You keep on going.
Roll off.
Yeah, you saw it. Okay, you saw where I was going.
I
This
had
was
a
like
picture.
duck,
I had
water.
a visual.
You swimming, you drown, duck hunt. That's where you was at with it. But you just like, bro, you just gotta keep on going.
Yeah.
And I eventually got fired. Right? It went to a position where I got fired, and I had just moved there. You know what I'm saying? Start making good money. I'm on the C-suite. You know what I'm saying? I'm the business manager for the whole network. They got like 14 healthcare companies throughout the state of South Carolina. 14 of them. And I'm the business manager for all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the youngest managers on there. And I got fired. And you know what? We had just started a podcast not too long ago.
It's probably like the same exact day.
A week later, Dean, I tell you no lie, 7 full days later, we got our business license in the mail. And it was just like, you know what? We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. And now a year later, we're still doing a podcast.
It's probably
and
year to the
and
day.
people wearing better as possible.
So I'm gonna drop some real shit right now. So like I realized after all of it, after I came out the darkness, you feel me? I realized that there are certain personality types. So I did multiple personality tests as well, just to double check on this. And also
He's like, it's not me. I know it's not me.
I mean, I'm like, it's me. Like I started believing that maybe I was inferior, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. So let me look. I failed at everything, like I told you, but I don't stop. Like, and I think that's the lesson that I heard from that. But also, it's like once you understand personality types, you understand how people maneuver, and you understand what types of personalities are CEOs versus people who are analytical, who do the task at hands, who are detail oriented versus like people who are socialites or people who do this. And you start to realize like there's other levels of this climate that you're not seeing too. And like, that's another thing. Like I said, listen, the reason why I'm writing this book is for the younger Dean, the younger person that was in me when I was 12 or whatever the case may be. And I started thinking like, why am I being mistreated? Right. And like, why don't people teach me these kind of things? Right. And so I started searching for answers. Like I've been on the search for the the latter, like the longer part of my life. And now I'm in the last 5-6 years, and I've just kind of like pieced it all together. I was quiet. I don't do a lot of like sales, and I don't do that. But I'm paying attention. I'm writing notes, and I'm writing this book, and I'm like, oh man, you know what? I'm seeing patterns in my life. And now once you identify the patterns, you're like, wait, is it me or is it you? Like, I'm consistent throughout my fucking life. Like, man, everybody's telling me, like, it was to the point where when I about got fired, I was gonna go home and just start, I was like, man, I could do this for anybody. I could do what I do for anybody. But when I went home, it was so crazy to me. It was like an out of body. Everybody told me, they were like, you about to do what? They're like, they gonna make you leave? They were like, hey, who are you? Like, you don't believe? Like, bro, we're not used to this dean. And sometimes we believe it. And that's the thing. Like, I saw that you did, you pivoted, right? And you have the entrepreneurial spirit, like both of you all, obviously, clearly, right? Because you guys don't stop. You say, when you hear no, you say, okay, how can I get a yes? A lot of people, and this is, I'm going to go back to now teaching at Savannah State and teaching these young kids, right? So, like, these young kids, they hear no and they stop. They don't feel motivated. They don't have someone in their ear like we do, probably, to hold us accountable. And like that's where they end up failing at most of the time. And I've been there. I was there too. Another reason why I give back, because I can talk to them. Right. I can say what they can't. The others can't say. I can say it. I've been there. I ain't smart.
Yeah.
I'm just a hard worker. I'm there. I got smart. Like, I might be kind of smart. Like,
I'm learning. I know about what I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know about all the other stuff.
Right.
What I do, you can ask me. I'm a professional. I do this.
That part.
And a lot of people get lost in the sauce thinking that, you have to be a certain type of way. No, man, you can be great at being you.
Yeah.
And I love how you're saying, man, I failed a lot, but I never stopped.
No.
You learn the lesson, you get the blessing. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Once you fail fast, you're going to learn the lesson, you're going to get a blessing. Because once you know better, you do better. And if you're saying, I'm continuously learning better, I'm continuously learning how to be a better me, bro, can't nobody stop me then.
That shit was real. That shit was fucking real.
Can't nobody stop me then.
So you mentioned your book.
Yeah.
What is this? Wait, is it out yet, or is it coming?
So
what is it like?
Listen, this has been a journey too. I thought we were gonna have it done by the beginning of the year. I'm at 13. I'm looking at it right now, the draft of it. I'm at 13,000 words. I need to be at 26 in order to really publish this and make it a publication, right? Obviously, I have chapters, outlines, all that good stuff. But no one ever taught me how to write a book. I failed a couple months. Go redo it. Keep going. All right, keep writing. All right. But here's another thing too, and this is the thing. It's like you have to set your schedule, and a lot of people have a bad time at planning out their day, week, month, year, right? Not just with goals, but also financially, right? And so a lot of people ask me, like, how are you successful? How do you get motivated? How you do this? I have a fucking circle. I have a circle. I'm sorry, because I have a circle, and I also have a good way of breaking down goals, right? I just do everything by time. If I want to make $100,000 this year, guess what I got to do? Every month, every week, every month, whatever, hour, day. And then I also, I did a couple of, I guess you could call master classes. Like, I had people come here and stay with me for months, even during COVID, don't judge me, and actually, like, create the habits that they need in order to be successful. Because I'm testing it out. I'm testing my book out. I'm not just going to push a book out and be like, oh, this shit didn't work, or whatever the case may be. And I found out, even with the people that came, it was just like, you guys are mentally blocked. Like, so for me, it was like the mental process to get you right mentally, to get that unstoppable mentality is the first step that we don't know as minorities. We just don't get that knowledge. We think the only way to be successful or to be positive or to do this is to do one or two things, and it's not true. Like, you have to be curious, and also you have to pay attention to what the hell you're doing. So I asked one of my people that came, and I was like, how much money did you spend this week? I don't know. Okay, so how much money do you want to make this year? I don't know. I said, okay, so how are you going to get a job? How much money it takes to live on? I don't know.
You out of here. Wow. You out of here.
you're a recent
That's
graduate,
strike three.
but you don't know how much it costs for you to live day to day. How are you going to say how much you should do? Like when someone comes and asks you, like, you know, can you come work for me? What is your hourly? How much do you cost? Right? And listen, my book is one of the subtitles of my book is The Unexpected Journey of an Entrepreneur, like the unexpected life lessons of an entrepreneur, right? And that's really what it is. Like, yeah, I'm a photographer, yeah, I'm a graphic designer, but in order to really do a business, be an entrepreneur, you got to break down these things, these goals. They can be 12 years, 6 months, but you got to start with your day-to-day and your routines. If you spend money all day, and whatever you spend your time on is really what you spend, what you're going to be successful at. And I got a story in my book about this shit, and it's about a relative. I won't say names because, you know, they might watch this. But when we were growing up, that nigga said, I'm a hood nigga. I was like, oh, you a hood nigga? I'm a business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the hardest working man you gonna know, right? The crazy part about it is we were both right. We both were speaking facts, dog. 30 years later, bro, I'm 30, about to be 36, dog. I look young, whatever. All right, 30 years later, that nigga's a hood nigga. You know, yeah. and I'm what they call a young, successful little young nigga. You feel me? And like the crazy thing is, we were both right. We were talking it into existence. We pronounced it. We said it so much, and it became real, even if we didn't believe it at the beginning. I always said I was going to be a millionaire. So guess where I'm going? Guess where my trajectory is?
Yeah,
exactly.
That book about to do it. That book about to send you up there, bro.
Exactly.
What you saying? I believe it though.
You heard it.
But but it's facts. But like he said, I'm gonna be a real nigga hood nigga, and guess what? Yeah, he got shot.
Yeah.
We both right. So
hey man, what they say, the power of the tongue.
It is The Secret.
Hey.
The Secret. You ever saw the movie The Secret? The book The Secret?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's all true, but we just don't believe. We think that these things don't have power because, you know, all we see is this. That's why I look for mentors, not just in people. I look for mentors in writers. I look for mentors in everything. I look for mentors in people who aren't successful. You know, like a lot of us don't pay attention to people when they fail. I pay attention to everything. Like,
right.
That's why I'm a good graphic designer and photographer, because I pay attention to the details. And a lot of people aren't. We're just living life and we're trying to escape life. We do drugs and we smoke weed and we drink because we're trying to get away from reality. I'm trying to get into that shit so I don't do that shit again, because I'm learning from the lesson. It doesn't make sense to keep repeating. What's insanity? Do the same shit.
Yeah, repeating yourself, expecting something, a different result.
Right.
It will never change, bro.
I'm broke. The year after that, I'm broke. I change my environment every 5 years. Every 5 years, you got to change your environment. That was a lesson from my financial advisor. He said, every 5 years, if you're not making a new move, you're going to be stagnant and you're going to lose.
Dang. Somebody told me too.
That's a new hustle.
Hey, I'm trying to get you going. That's
yeah.
Catch up to you. See, look. I'm trying to catch up to Luke over here. I'm trying to make it in 5 years, man. I'm trying to...
That's important. You spoke on mentors. The importance of mentors. Do you mentor students? You mentor professors, I'm assuming, because you're teaching professors. So how does that work for you?
Like I said, man, I fumble through life, bro. So like accidentally, I just been a friend to people. Like, and that's where I'm at in my life. Like, I'm starting to realize that all the friendships that I made, and I'm just being me, and I didn't know. Like, a part of my life is just being like a wandering path. Like, I'm like a, you know, whatever. I don't look at, y'all know, I don't look at Greek life. I don't look at groups of people. I don't look at creed. I'm like, man, listen, are you real or not? Like, are you
right?
Are you genuine? Do you have the same ideals as me? And like, that's the basis of everything. Yeah, you know how I go. You know, Lusky know better than me. But I know a lot of people, and I rock with a lot of people, and crossing lines and all this. I'm not supposed to. I don't care about none of that. I don't. Are you a good person? Are you trying to uplift our people? Are you trying to? That's my core value. You can't,
right.
I mean, you gotta live that. And so, like, yeah, I mean, you know, I've been there before, but like, nah, Like that's just me. That's my creed. That's my vision, man. I don't even know what the question was, but that was it. I felt.
Nah,
No, you said a whole bunch.
Yeah,
You dropped
nah.
some gems just there.
That's all he
We
do
said
is
it.
drop gems.
The
Every
man
time
just
we talk.
dropped gems.
But
He said, I don't know the question, but I answered it. I gave you what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But yes,
what I
that's
think
it.
what I think is so great about you, bro, is that you just open your mouth and talk like you know what I'm saying? Like you're not just gonna sit there and just if you like even this interview in November, he called me like, nah, nigga, we need to talk. And I was like, damn.
We did. We do. We do.
Let's do it. But no, bro, like you're wise beyond your years, man.
No.
Have you
I failed a lot. I'm not wise. I just I messed up so many times. It was like, not again.
That's part of it.
But I think that's the wisdom.
Yeah,
right?
that's part of it.
That gives you that wisdom of
Yeah.
you're that person now. Like I can show you better than I can tell you because of what I've been through, what I lived through, and even at a young age, even you reflecting to your friend, you reflecting throughout your book, you have the wisdom because you lived the life and you learned so many lessons. So yeah, man, that's big.
Yeah. Have you so there's this movie on Amazon that me and Flint was just talking about. There's this movie that just came out called Bliss.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it with Owen Wilson? So basically,
But I write.
And
So
Selma Hayek.
let me write that down. Bliss. I'm gonna check this out.
Bliss.
Flint loves this fucking movie.
I love it.
Good
I
though.
love this
I'm a movie
And I was
buff.
just like-
I'm a movie buff, so I ain't heard of that. Bliss.
It just came out. It just came out
Well, I watch movies, bro. I watch them all. You know.
and like I've been waiting for this movie to come out, bro, because I seen like an explosion. I seen some sci-fi shit going on. I was like, oh, this right up my alley. I'm finna watch this. I cut this on, right?
Right.
I don't know if I should just spoil it.
Go ahead. You gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch regardless. I'm a movie.
It's a pretty good movie, man. I liked it. So go ahead.
So
Go
what's
ahead,
funny is that well, I won't spoil it, but with everything that you just said, you mentioned like
drugs.
and
I
then
saw
you
when
said
you started laughing,
something
I was
like,
like, just,
and
I
then
know
you
where you're
was
going.
like, and then you was like, are you real?
Yeah.
And so like those two are
Escape.
are
You said
yeah,
that.
escape. Like I was like, damn, this nigga's explaining
He
this
knew
shit.
He seen the movie.
What?
You know
I
what
never
I'm
did,
saying?
bro. No.
But no, it's a great movie. I don't want to spoil that shit.
It is a unique take and perspective on what quote unquote bliss is. Whatever your bliss is, whatever it is that you may use, you may take to escape. If it gives you bliss.
That was good. That was well worded. Stop it right there.
Boy,
Just
I be
stop it right
potting, boy.
It's
We be potting on the Better as Possible podcast.
I want
Check
you
out
to
Bliss.
please watch it, and I want you to tell me if this is a good movie or a bad movie because I just can't tell.
I'll say this too. Bliss is dangerous, right? It's mental. So like, it's all about. Listen, look. It's called escapism. Like on because I've been there. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, man. Listen. I've dealt with depression and all that stuff. We've had people in our community, in our circle, Lusky, that have wanted to kill themselves before. Like we've had to deal with certain things that I don't think a lot of people like. When I say that, I don't talk about that as much unless it's a lesson to be learned. But like we dealt with that. Like we have, and I will say this, you know, if we're not careful, we'll let that take us down that path. And so spirituality was the first step for me when I was able to wake up from it all. See, because the thing is, like, yeah, you say, oh, mental health, this and that, but like you don't know it when you're in it. When you're in it, you're in that shit, and you just like, let me just get another drink, let me just do this, let me just work day to day, let me just get beat up, and let me just take it, and we think it's us, like, right? And so, like it once you wake up and once you figure it out, you're like, maybe. And sometimes, and this is why I said I was going to circle back to earlier about accountability, right? So people want to know like why I'm really successful. It's because I look for that inspiration. That's why when I called Luce the other day, I was like, yo, I love this combo. We got to get together. Let's get together, right? Because I have groups of people, right? I have friends that look up to me. And then I also have people that I look up to.
Right.
You ever seen that movie on Netflix called like Platform?
Nah. Platform.
Okay, it's a messed up movie. All right, I watch movies. I told you, I watch a lot of shit. That's why I'm like, I didn't see Bliss. But the premise of it is that the people above you give the food to the people below you, give the food to the people below them.
Oh, like the human caterpillar.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the point. So like you gotta have like these moments where you're like, oh, okay, all right, well, we gotta help the people below, but then you also gotta look up to these people and you gotta be like, okay, and you gotta also see, first off, you gotta surround yourself with good people, right? So they help you out, but then you also gotta be a good person. Or you can do it the other way where everybody's selfish as fuck and they take from everybody below and they just give the scraps to the people below, right? There's a hierarchy in the classism, like there's all levels to this.
There's hierarchy.
Literally levels to this all, right? So like you have to figure out where your level is, but then also like that's it. Like you got to just make sure that you have these people who you surround yourself with, who are there and who are hold you accountable for your same kind of principles and morals and goals in your life. Like, you know what I mean? So like I surround myself, when I find a person that can really talk to me, like I'm really trying to talk to them and they get the bigger picture, you got to get those people in your circle that hold you accountable, because none of the people that look up to you are going to hold you accountable. I mean, maybe a couple of them, if they're like, you're my big brother and you don't let me down. But like most of the time it's people that you can like, you know, be like, you know what? I'm trying to be like this person, and they're trying to guide me into a better evolution of myself, which is what you said. You said, well, what is it? Better is possible, but also how to be better, and also how to grow as a human being, how to get this wisdom, how to learn through trials and tribulations, how to, when something bad happens to you in your life, are you a pessimist or an optimist? Like are you looking at the negative or are you looking at the positive? Like, and it's practice. It's not about anything else except for practice. Like, it takes practice to not give up.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. And if you give up, you're like, and a lot of people don't have that experience or guidance to help them get to what is possible. They just stop. And that's bad, bro. Like, I'm writing this book for that reason. And I said it like this last thing. All right, I'll be preaching for a second, but like, the book that I'm writing is literally for my younger self, but also a lot of people aren't ready to receive certain messages that especially that I have. I talk really fast and at you, and I don't sugarcoat a lot of shit. I just talk to you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give 1,000, but a lot of people aren't ready for that. They get mad, right? So when I find who gets it, who's like, but that's why I'm writing the book, so that the people who aren't ready for that message that I want to give them, they can put that book on the shelf. Now, the people who are ready to receive that message, they're going to read that book.
Right.
And then also, on a bigger lesson, it's legacy. So now my children can pick that book.
There you go.
And they can remember their daddy when I'm not there to guide them when the world's not there for them.
Very much so, man. That's the bigger picture, bro.
Is the book coming out this year?
Yeah.
Like what's your projection?
Guaranteed. Even if it's a booklet before the book to tease the book, it's coming out. And now we didn't even talk about finances and all that, about, you know, diversifying your income pool, right? So when I about lost my job, that was 80% of my income, right? You know, and if you think about it, if I lose that 80%, I'm left with 20. So smart thing to do is diversify your income pool so that 20% of all your income is split. So you got 20, 20, 20, 20. If you lose one, you still got 80. You feel me? So that's where the investments come in. That's where real estate comes in. That's where having ultimately revenues and income streams come in. The podcast should be revenue. I saw you guys doing the merch, affiliate links, all that stuff. That's where that all comes in. This is a business. Like, you got to understand, life is a business, but then you also have to let that money work for you, not the other way around. I was spending my time for that money. I can't make no money like that. I'm spending 80 hours a week making not no money. When I could literally do, like, I started, man, listen, with the digital age and with podcasts and with all this stuff, COVID, I started to realize that the real way to make money is to make this stuff scalable so that you could just do a one-off. A one-off that's going to make you $100,000, right? You record a podcast out now. What I want y'all to do is which is what I'm working on in the background. Y'all know it, but like, you record these podcasts, you chop it up. You do the Gary Vee platform where you do one podcast and then you create 20 different clips from that one podcast. You take a snippet of that and you put it online and you be like, Gary Vee it up, boom, better as possible. And then you go into the clip, that's 20 seconds, and you start to download the full do this, do that, sell the
Yep.
merch, boom. Here's the equipment we use for the podcast. Sell that affiliate link on Amazon. You write the book because y'all need to write a book about your experiences. Everybody has their own experiences. Write about it.
Come on, man. No, I was working on a book. It's a comic book.
That's dope.
I'm still working on the drawing.
A black superhero.
I got a book in the making of it.
You got a book?
Yeah, I'm already writing the book.
So, I got a cookbook.
No.
But I ain't cooking none of the food though. It's just easy. It's just stuff you could just throw in the bowl. It's called food in the bowl.
Why are you playing though? Look. Hey,
It's too simple
yo,
for it not to
you
work.
know when he said that, I was like,
Everybody's looking at me
like now, like,
Hey, don't tell take mine.
no. We gonna
Everybody's looking at me.
everybody, look.
Oh, God, no.
Nah,
I
man,
like you, my food.
Right,
I love it.
No, but definitely.
Nah, man.
Dean,
Gems,
and
man.
Man, I appreciate
Gems, dog. Like,
the vibes. Man,
I just like hearing you speak, bro.
man.
Like, you
got
got
Oh man, don't gas, don't get y'all playing, bro. Like,
Nah, I'm really
no, honestly.
Every time you say something, I want to write it down, but I'm like, oh yeah, we're recording it, so I'm gonna just go down.
We're gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch our own show.
Yeah.
I watch it on YouTube in my house.
Yeah.
Watch it with my son, and I'll be like, "Hey, watch Daddy."
For real. Yes.
Like, what you like about it? He'll laugh at it. If I'm laughing at a joke, he'll laugh at it. So I'm like, "Hey, he's seeing something." You know, Daddy on the big screen, so
Right,
that's
yeah.
the big blessing.
bro.
That's
So,
beautiful,
man,
man.
thank you, bro.
I done took up too
I
much.
take.
Oh man, my bad. So I'm yeah.
No, because I've been okay. So, you know, Ace of Spades,
Yep.
Jay-Z, right?
Yep.
He just sold half of his
All that.
ownership of Ace of Spades to LVMH, which is Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Moet, or Moet, Hennessy, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell would he do that? Like, why would you want to? Now, the reason I brought that up is I'm just like, damn,
You said why?
20% of everything you sell, 80, boom, 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 and that initially like made me think about like, damn, Jay-Z just sold his shit. So why would Jay-Z, who owns 100% of something, want to sell it to somebody else
Because it's gonna make even more money.
Yeah.
for more money?
It's gonna flip so quick. You saw how they did on Robinhood, how that thing went skyrocket. That's exactly what's about to happen.
That's what they
And
mean.
he still got another 50% of it. So they're just going to generate more revenue for him.
Dang.
He doesn't have to do that much work. They're going to work for him. Those are brands
Oh,
that everybody's
okay.
going to know. And I'm putting out, hey, you're now with your photo shoots, with anything, it's Ace of Spades, you're in there.
Oh.
Money flip like gymnastics right now.
So when you sell, like, that shit is crazy to me. You sell half of it
he
and
just did a
then
business
say,
deal.
yeah, I'm gonna bring in more money. I was like,
Because-
damn, is that a celebration or is that like,
yeah.
It could be a quick flip too, though. It could be a quick flip.
Huh?
You sell your inventory, you feel me? You sell half of your inventory, you trying to buy something else.
that's what I
But
was thinking.
it's still going to generate that revenue. So whatever he's looking to do,
He's still
the business move, I still got some say in it, and y'all going to generate more money for it.
I was looking at y'all ever go to
Big bucks.
on Ain't No Jigga Instagram page. I think Jay-Z is running this Instagram page
He's doing
because they post pictures that
Kevin
you've
Durant.
never seen. Yes, they post pictures you've never seen in Jay-Z. They be having the facts like on this day in 1986, he was at the corner store selling 5 packs of bricks. So, like they just be saying all type of shit.
Is this why Funk Place was doing all that rants and saying that he wouldn't be on there?
Probably.
It is probably
This nigga, bro. So today, they was breaking down this nigga's like expenses for the champagne.
yeah.
Do you know it only costs $13 to produce this champagne,
That's a win.
and he sell it for $250 plus?
That's a win. But it's a brand though. He's not selling
It
It's
costs
it
costs like dollars to make
and
Jordans.
they
Come
broke,
on now. Stop
bruh,
playing.
they broke it down to like just how smart he played it as far as shitting on Cristal was the first move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then and then like on that Show Me What You Got video, they like
Me What You
marketed the champagne in that. And basically he just been like every time he mentions that shit in the song, like the
goes
stock
It
goes
go
up. It's like, bro, like that, like He's a fucking genius, bro.
Jay-Z is one of the best chess players you've seen in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Because every move that he makes is a chess move.
For sure.
So y'all,
Every move.
yeah. So I've been on some real like crazy shit. So y'all seen how they are doing the Ace of Spades candles though? Y'all know about that? So what people is they're taking the bottles, right? And then this is a quick flip again. They're taking the bottles that people buy in the clubs. They buying them shit for like wholesale, like because he throw them away after you drink this, the drink.
It's a good looking bottle though.
And
it's
then,
a real good looking bottle.
It's a nice bottle, so they take the top off of them, fill them up with candles, and they sell them the candles for like 150, 200, depending on the color.
Get out of here.
Online. So after people throw these bottles away for free, they fill them up. Everybody, we love a hustle. Everybody got a black candle business. Now they fill the candles with Ace of Spades and they sell them on Etsy for like $250. Like it's crazy.
Get out of here, bro.
Do they sell them in the black case too, or
no, bro? They put that thing in that thing.
They put it in the
wrap it up, maybe put some tissue around it. Man, I'm telling you, and it's.
Hey man, I just want to let y'all know I'm about to start a candle business. Y'all better vote with me. You know what I'm saying?
You got them bottles.
Look in the candles.
Yes, sir.
But they got
bundles.
a hustle for everything, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
Streams of income, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
but Jay-Z's really doing great things, and I think that was a major move, a boss move, and he's gonna reap plenty of benefits. His kids gonna be wealthy off of this.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Dean, man, I think we gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming to the Better Is Possible podcast. Thank you for giving us so much game, so much insights. I can't wait for this book. Please send me an early copy. Please, come on, man. I'm trying to read, bro. I'm trying to read this shit. Or if you got an audio book, that'll be even better.
That's what I'm doing.
Just raw.
That's part of.
That means that's what I'm doing.
Come on, man.
Hey, that's where I'm at. You already know. I got you.
Bro, I just read the Obama book. I had that nigga on fast forward because he talked too slow. He'd be like,
you had on 1X?
Obama like that.
1.5X?
How did you just come at Obama like that, bro? He is, but that nigga talk too slow. The only nigga I know talk slower than Obama is Prince. It's Jay Prince. That motherfucker talk too slow.
I'm
all right.
Crazy. I'm gonna say last thing real quick. So like,
you're gonna say two things,
I started working out instead of listening to rap. I know you can't do this because you listen to rap music and everything.
Nah, I be on books, bro.
Okay, so when I work out, I listen to all audiobooks, bro. That's
I listen to podcasts.
So 7 a.m. I get up, I do an hour workout, and I listen to all my audiobooks, and I go back and But I've knocked out a lot of books by just doing that, like
That's dope.
And that like it's crazy. Like I get more hype on the books that I be reading.
Yeah,
because you're getting that knowledge.
You in there. But think about it, like unless you listen to Lusky, you feel me? Like most of the songs here.
Let's go. I see.
Well, unless you listen to this book, like you listening, you feeding your mind that every day. You get in the car. But what if you just switch it up and started feeding your mind with something that's knowledge or something that's going to help you be successful?
It's gonna help you grow, bro. When you feeding yourself, you're gonna grow, bro. I'm telling you, feeding yourself the knowledge, you're gonna be a smarter person, you're gonna be a better person.
Exactly.
Dean, before you go, man, we need word of advice from Dean. If something that you live by, and what would you tell the listeners to Better Is Possible podcast to help better themselves in the future?
Man, listen.
What's your Better Is Possible word?
Man, I think I summed it up, but man, help others, like for real. And think about your legacy that you're going to leave when you're not on this earth, and be more intentional about doing that thing. So when you do go, when your time comes, that people can remember you as how you want them to remember you, not how people are going to perceive you. So do whatever it takes to be that person that you want to leave as a legacy for your children, for yourself, or whatever.
Dude, you're brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Man, y'all, hey, man, man.
Wow, bro, we appreciate you.
Your genius is showing.
I appreciate y'all, man. Like, man, this is a blessing for me, man, for real. Like, I told you since day one, I've been following y'all, man. I've been trying to catch every single one. I'll be on there. Last week, I was like, yeah, I was in there. It's one of the moments. Man, but I love it, man. I love everything I'm doing, man. And you know what? I love the fact that y'all are actually doing it and not just talking about it. You know how many people talking about podcasts, but no one has it. No one's consistent. No one's doing it.
Right.
Like, I appreciate that, man. And when you don't think people are paying attention, they really are. So keep doing what y'all do, man. For real.
Hey, man,
Yes,
we
sir.
Appreciate that.
I mean, everything you spoke today is just affirmation. The shit that we spoken about, you know what I'm saying? And to hear you repeat it is like, yes, sir.
Do it.
We up.
God,
All right.
we up there.
right.
Dean, where can they find you, man?
Miami Dean Photography is my page. Stay tuned for the book. It's going to be on Amazon, self-published. You already know what time it is. So when it come out, you know, hopefully you guys can bring me back or something like that. I can talk about it.
You already know what's happening.
Stay tuned, man. Hey, wait until they see what's next. Hashtag wait until they see what's next.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Hey, you gonna be in Atlanta anytime soon?
Hey,
I might need.
I'm making a
photo shoot.
dedicated, like, I'm being intentional about coming to Atlanta more often because I have a lot of people up there. A lot.
Yeah. When you come, bring your camera because I need a photo shoot.
Oh, for sure.
We
And
we speak French right here.
even if I'm not up, I got people up there today.
Word.
I got you, and they gonna look out.
Hey, man.
I
Hey.
bet it up.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
And can you Photoshop me in some water? I seen
Please
pictures
do.
you had water up the
You
hill.
good
I was
better
like,
at
what is
Photoshop than I
that?
am. Well, you better at Photoshop than I am, but you quit playing, man. I'll be like, damn, you see
You make me
Photoshop
look like a model, bro. So I could just break I won't break the Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Mama Hatchet said, me too.
hey, Mama Hatchet. She said, hey, put me on too, bro. Stop playing, D.
Hey, man, this has
thank you.
been another episode of Better Is Possible. Loose Voltage.
Flint Hatchet.
Hey, man.
Better Is
Miami Dean.
Miami.
We out.
We out.
We'll see y'all next week.
Better is possible.